Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Astita Agarwal, and I'm in diploma right now. And today I will be taking a session for Anthem. So, is my voice audible or clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
yes, sir.
What will we do? We will first see some questions of the previous year questions from previous year question papers. We will see some questions, and then uh, in between those questions, if you have any doubt related any topic or something like that, you can just ask me, open up your mic and ask me for that uh, relatable topic. Okay. So I think everyone is ready, so we can start. That's okay, great. So let's jump on the first question. This is a question. Given the following code snippet, what will the output if the input speed is 70? Okay, so first, while doing these type of questions, first we have to see the full code, what the code is doing, what the Python is interpreting it, and what the output should. So here, as we can see that we are inputting a integer in the variable name speed. Okay, then we are just using this flag that is first false. So in the code later, we will just make the flag true and the print it so that we can store some strings in the level. Okay, so we can see if speed is greater than 70, the flag should be true. Uh, then, if speed is greater than 90, the level should be very fast. That means in level string, we should store very fast. If the speed is not greater than 90, then it will store fast in level. Elif means if is not this if condition is not true, then this elif will check the condition and try to run. So if the speed is greater than 70, then this if condition is true, then this whole if body will run. If not, it will check for elif. Then if the speed is greater than 40, then it will run the elif body. Same in this elf body, it will first check if the speed is greater than 60 and flag. So here we are using flag. If flag will be false, like before, so what it will do? It will just it will not run this if and it will run this else statement, and the level will store slow. If the flag is true, that means this if condition is true, then this level will store moderate. Okay, so now can anybody tell me that since the speed is 70, so what will this code do? Means how it will run the conditions and then how the Python will interpret the question with the speed given is 70 input.
So as speed is 70, so it will not go in the first if loop because there it is written that speed should be greater than 70, then it will go in else.
Sorry, your voice was not clear. Please tell again.
Fast, sir.
Sir, actually, here speed is given 70. So
Slow.
first block of speed is first if block is not true, it directly goes to if elif block where speed is greater than 40. Then it checks for speed is greater than 60, which is true and false. Then true and false result in false. So again, this uh, if block don't execute, so level equals to slow.
Yeah, I guess my Ethernet was disconnected. Mm, Sorry for that, guys. Wait, wait.
Sir, the screen is not available.
Yeah, I haven't shared it yet. Okay, is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. I don't know how this Ethernet got filled up. Okay, let me see if the recording is on or not. Yeah, recording is going on. Great. Okay, so uh, when I was disconnected, means I have explained the question or not.
You did, sir.
So anyone has any questions, or shall I move to next question?
Next question, sir.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Excuse me,
Sir,
sir. Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, yeah. Go on.
Sir, why not it's moderate?
Okay, why it's not moderate? Because first it will check if the speed is greater than 60. Okay, yeah, this condition is true because speed is 70, so 70 is greater than 60. This condition is true. Here, this is and. And
Yes.
means if there are two conditions joined with and, so it will first check if both the conditions are true, then only this if body will run. Since flag is false here, it is not converted to true. That's why the flag is false.
Okay.
Then this statement will evaluate to false. So this if will not run and this else will run.
Oh,
That's why the answer is not moderate.
okay, sir.
Is
Okay.
it clear
Thanks.
now? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so next question. What is the output of the following code? Here is the question like, should I zoom it more? Hmm. So here we have defined one function, write data. Then in that write data, we have made this student list and we have just added these elements as strings in the student list. Okay. Now with open student grades.csv comma w means we are just writing in the uh, student we are writing something in student grades.csv as file. We just open it, and this is the for loop. Means for student and students. Since we have made this student list, now we are just iterating over the student list. That means this what will this for loop will do? It will iterate over each element in the given students list. Okay, that means in the student, the first string will be this. Then after this iteration is done, this write will done, then it will iterate over this, then after that it will iterate over this. Okay, so what we are doing in for file dot write. This is the syntax for adding something in the CSV file. So what we are doing, we just file dot write means this is the file, means this is the object, the file we are holding on, and we will just write it all the student, and we are adding a backslash n. So what is backslash n? It is an escape character. That means when we are adding a backslash n in the given string, what it will do? It will just move on to the next line. So it will just make the text in the next line. Okay, now what this code is doing, it is just writing the data. That means this function will only work. This is the whole function. Okay, this is the whole function defined with write data function. So when we call write data, then only this student will be student list will be created, and this file will be opened in the write mode, and then only we will just able to add the students in the student grade.csv. So what is the output of the following code? So there are options. An empty file? No, we are just adding and writing elements here. So this is the wrong answer. A file with 3 lines of student data? Yes, it is correct because we are adding backslash n 3 times in this line also, in this line also, and in this line also. That's why there will be 3 lines in the 3 lines in the given file, CSV file. A file with student names only? No, because we are adding a whole element of the student. That means we are just adding this whole in the file because we are iterating over a student only. That means first these are separated by commas. Okay, so what it will do, student will iterate like first this element will go and then store in the student grade CSV, then and with the backslash n. Then this statement will go and stored with backslash n. Same goes for third line also. So that means this is the wrong option and this is also the wrong option because whole student data will be stored line by line. Okay. So is there any doubt for this question?
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
great.
sir.
So let's move on to next question. Also, feel free to ask any doubt in between. After I ask, if anyone is in doubt, don't be, shy for asking a doubt. Just ask a doubt. A doubt is like something. If you have any query in your mind, so you just have to clear it out. Don't think that it's a small question. Everyone, what will everyone think? Okay, so just ask the question. Any query you have in mind. Okay, any little question also that's not an issue for me. Okay, I'm here for just clearing doubts only. Okay, so this is a question. Consider the following Python code snippet. So here we have just made a class. Okay, so this is a object-oriented programming related questions. You have studied in your week 9, 10, or 11, I guess. What we are doing, we
Yeah.
have just made a class here named task manager. So we have a class has methods in it, like these functions. So the functions that are in class are called methods. Okay, so in these methods, let's see what we are doing. So this is an init function. Okay. So what does it do? It will run just after we create or use the task manager class. Okay. So it will run by itself and it's taking a self as a parameter. Okay, what it will do, it will just give a task list that is create PPT, assignment, and homework. Okay, so first see that how this class and functions are made or done. Okay, so okay. This is the manager, and we are just making a task manager. So see, we are just assigning manager a variable and using this class. Okay. So what is this self? This self is the manager, means that the variable name. So anything we will use like this manager dot update task, it will take the self. Means like we can make multiple task manager, like this is manager, we can make manager one as a variable, then manager two as a variable. So how will we identify that which we are adding a task to which of the manager? So that's why the self, we are using the self, that means the variable name. Okay, so when we create this task manager, then only it creates this self dot task. Means indirectly we can say manager dot task. So when we if we go to manager dot task, so we can see that it will have this list having create PPT, assignment, and homework. You can just assume that this is a default list when we create a task manager. Okay, so now when we use this manager variable to update task, add task, or get task, so then only we will be using these methods inside for the given manager. So here only there is only one manager. There can be multiple. Okay, so we have created this manager. The task list will have create PPT, assignment, and homework. Now, what the next line is doing? Manager dot update task one comma Python assignment. So let's see what is being done here. Update task is already defined functions in the task manager. So what arguments and parameters are provided and given to this function? So we can see self, index, and task. Okay, so self is this a variable name only. Okay, this index is the index provided here. So we have provided index one, and the task we have given the task to it. Okay, then what we are doing in this self dot task bracket index is equals to task. So what we are doing here, we are using self.task. Means this is the self.task means manager's task list. We are just accessing it like when you access a normal list, what you do if you want to access the fifth element, you just write if I create L1 list. It was if I create like L1 is equals to, I just make a normal list and just add elements like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then when I try to access the elements, okay, when I try to access the element, what I do, I just print, and in the print, I just write like L1 and example 2. Okay, so what will this print? This will print the second index of L1, means 3. It will print 3. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are just what we are doing here, we are just
Modifying, 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 sir. You're just modifying the
Yeah.
self dot
Okay,
next.
correct. We are just modifying the task here for the given index. That means we are giving a new task to the index provided by the uh, function. Okay, so this is the index. That means we have to modify the Python assignment string to the task list for this first index. Okay, so what is the first? This is a zero index. This is the first index. This is the second index. So for this assignment, we will just uh, provide it Python assignment. Okay. So what will our task list will look like? Create PPT, Python assignment, and homework. Okay. So let's note it down here. So our task will look like this. Okay, create PPT, and then next element is Python assignment. Okay. Then homework. Okay. So this is like task create PPT, Python assignment, and homework. Okay. Now what we have to do in next line, manager dot add task. So here see we have this add task function. So what values are being provided here? Self and task. So this is the manager and this is the task, that is tea break. So what we are doing, self dot task dot append dot task. So this append is an inbuilt function for list for adding elements to the list. So means we are adding the given provided task. So what is the provided task? Tea break. So what will we do? We will just append tea break here. Okay, so we will append tea break. Okay, so this tea break, we've added this tea break. Let me slide it down to here. Okay, this looks nice. So we have added this tea break here. So now what we are doing next? What task in manager dot get task? See, this is a get task function. So what are we doing? Just returning the task list there. Okay. So we are just printing the task. So what will your task? This is create PPT, Python assignment, homework, and tea break. Now you might think that this is the list here, and this is the elements in next line. So this is the for loop. This is for task in manager dot get task print task. Okay, so means we are just iterating one by one over the given task list, and then we are printing it. So it's like create PPT, Python assignment, homework, tea break. So create PPT, Python assignment, homework, and tea break. Okay, is this question clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, someone has raised the hand. Yeah,
So,
continue, Kalyani.
yes, if the index is 1, then the list will start from 1, right? So should be Python, it should be Python assignment, homework, and tea break. Create
No, no,
PPT for
I didn't get what you are saying.
the ma- like manager dot update tasks. The index is 1, right?
Yeah.
So the index is 1, so the list should start from the first index from Python assignment, homework, and tea break.
No, no,
Create
no.
PPT
See,
is the
we are just
zero.
updating for the given list. Okay, I got your question. Let me explain. Okay, so you are saying that in update task, when we are giving the index in the task to update it, so the list should look like this, like a Python assignment, then homework, then we are at a tea break, then like. So there should not be no create PPT. Okay, so let me
Yes.
clear it out. We are just updating the value here. Okay, that means we are giving a new value at index one. So this is index zero, index one, and index two. In this update task, what we are doing, we are just accessing this first index, and then we are providing it a new value, Python assignment, and just leaving it as it is. Okay, so that means this create PPT homework will be there only. No changes will be made. The changes will be made at the given index only. That is index number one. So we are just giving a new string Python assignment at this index. Is it clear now?
Okay. Okay. So we are just appending the list, not
No, no. In
modifying.
update task, we are just you can say update the value. It means we are just changing the value. That is mutability. So they are
So the
concepts in
assignment
programming.
will be changed to Python assignment. That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah,
The
assignment will be
remaining
converted to Python assignment.
and the remaining list will remain the same.
Yeah, it will be the same. When we add task, it will just append to it. Means it will add a new element at the end of the list. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Any doubt still?
No.
Okay, great.
Sir, can you explain class again?
What again?
Class, like in OPS.
Okay, class. Okay, class. Okay, so this is a task manager class. See, there we can make class for like there can be you have any a multi-player company, and you have like hundreds or 200s of managers. Okay, so we will just make this task manager class, and we will just assign the names and make this task manager, and then we will add the different tasks to different managers. So it is like for ease in Python. So what it will do, it will just make a task manager class. Okay, that means if we assign some task manager, okay, when you will come in diploma and choose Java, then you will be having topics like object-oriented programming. Okay, so there in Java also we are objects and methods only. Okay, not like this Python. So all those means Java is a language of classes and functions only. Okay. So in this class, when we initiate any variable with this class, so that variable will be referred to this class. Means that will behave by the functions and methods in this. Okay, so for example, if I give I is equals to 1, okay, so what will this I behave like? It will behave like integer. If I give I is equals to string hello, okay, so what it will, this I will behave like? This I will behave like string. It will all follow all the rules and all the methods for a string. Okay, so same goes for this task manager class. We have just made a whole class, or you can say a package for the given variable, and we can just go on for the all the given methods and all the given provided set of rules. You can say we are just making a new rules of classes for ourselves for our use of ease. Okay, so this is come under object-oriented programming. You can also watch the lectures. They have explained very well for the classes. Okay, still you find out? You can just tell me.
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay, so let's move on to next question. So this question asking what is the output of the following snippet of code? Okay, so let's see. See, this is the function defined, and what we are doing, we have just this data list, and we are printing this list processor function. We are just calling this list processor function and providing it a data list. Okay, so what it will print, the what the function will return, the print statement will print. Okay, so also I would like to tell you that how the code run or Python interpret is very important. when you understand how the Python interpret the code, how it reads it, or you can say how it understands it, then you will your all 50% concepts, theory concept will be cleared. Okay, so as we can see, this is the function defined here. Okay, so what Python will do, it will see that the function is defined. It will store in memory like there is a function called list processor. I have to just go in the this function when only when I will be called. Okay, so then it will just jump onto this data. Then what it will do? It will just make this data list. Then what next statement is saying? Print list processor of data. That means call this list processor function and provide this data list to it, and whatever returns, just print it. Okay, then only it will jump inside this function and it will go on with the things or code inside the function. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the function. So we are just initiating this max diff variable and giving it a zero value. Also, this result underscore pair variable and providing it a none value. Then we are iterating for length of number. Okay, so number. So how many numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? So the length of this number. Also, you can see here we have provided data and we are here accessing numbers. Okay, so this is the rule of arguments and parameters. That means the thing we are providing to the functions and thing we are receiving from the function. Okay, the variable's name can be changed because we can use this whatever the variable is here, we can then only use it in the given function. That is like local scope. Okay, so there is a thing called local scope and global scope. So this data is a global scope. Okay, so we have just defined it outside of any function or of any like condition or something like that. We just made it or specified it outside of any function. So this is a global scope, and we are just using this number. We can't say it's a local scope. Just we can say that it is the argument of parameters that we are using inside the function. So don't worry about it. There is data written, there is number written. So is there any error? No. The error will be there when we are just providing two values here and we are just receiving one value here, or vice versa. We are receiving two values here or providing one here. Then it will cause a problem. Okay. So what we were doing. So there were five elements in the data, or we can say numbers, and we are just iterating for range. That means I will be for five values. Okay, and what is the J is going for? J is going for I plus one, two numbers. That means five. Okay. Also, this is the line of numbers. That means this will run from zero to four. That is five minus one. Okay, so let me write it down here. That I. Uh, Yeah, that is I is equals to 5 and no, not is I is not 5 right now. I is currently 0. Okay, over the first iteration, I is 0. Okay, then what will J run in the range? It will run for I plus 1 to len of numbers. Okay, so currently the J is I plus 1, that is 1. Okay, so now we will see, current uh, current diff is a we have just specified a new variable here is equal to absolute of number of I into 2 minus number of j. Okay, so what we are doing here? See, first we are just absoluting anything inside this absolute function. That means any positive or negative number, whether there is a positive or a negative number, this absolute after this absolute the value stored in current diff will be positive. It's like a mod in the mod function. Okay. So now we have to see number of I into 2. That is I is 0 first. So number of I is equals to 5. Okay. Minus into 2. So what we will do, we will just like 5 into 2, 10. Then what we will minus number of j, that is 12. So what it will be there? It will be there minus 2. But this absolute function is removing minus 2 to plus 2. So the current diff will be 2. Okay. If current diff is greater than max diff, yes, 2 is greater than max diff. So 2 is greater than 0. So max diff will be current diff. That is the value of max diff here will be 2. Okay. And result pair is equal to number of I and number of j. That means result pair will be a tuple that contains two numbers. That is number I and number j. So the result pair will be now here a tuple that is 5 comma 12. Okay, ignore my handwriting because I'm writing from mouse, not from any writing pad. Okay, so result pair will be 5 comma 12. So 5 comma 12. Then we will now iterate again on j. So the value of j will become to 2. That is len of numbers. Okay. So len of numbers means 5. So j will run from 1. J will run from 1 to 5 minus 1. That is 4. Okay. So we will run from 2. Okay. So here we will see then number of I into 2. Number is still 0. That means 5. Okay, so 5 minus 8, we will do just 5 into 2, that is 10. 10 minus 8, that is 2. That is still 2. So 2 is not greater than max diff, so this will not change. Okay, also see, in questions in the exam, they can also give similar question, but they will just do not greater than, it will do greater than equal to. That means if the some current difference and the maximum difference is same, then we have to change this result pair. The maximum diff will remain same, like for this example only. There is also a maximum diff, but this is created from 5 and 8 pair. Okay, so the result pair will change since there is only greater than. That means if the difference is equal, it will not change the result pair. Okay, so we will just move on to next. That is 3. So that means 5 into 2, that is 10. 10 minus 3, that is 7. Now this max diff will change to 7. Okay, now the result pair will be 5 and 5 will remain same, and 5 will remain same, and the pair is 3. Okay, so it is like 5 tuple, it is a tuple 5 comma 3. Okay, now it will move on to 16, that is index number 4. Then it will see 5 into 2, that is 10. 10 minus 16, that is 6. So it is smaller than this. Okay, now the I will change from 0 to 1. And J will again start from where? I plus 1, that is 2. It will start from 2 to till it will start from 5 minus 1, that is 4. Okay, so it will check from like this. 12 into 2, that is 24 minus, and this is what is our J? Our J is like 2. Okay, so it will check for 8. Okay, so now this 8 is like 16. So we will cut this here and 16 and make the pair 12 comma 8. Okay, it's going messy. Let me erase it. Okay.
Sir, don't we need to store the tuples list, sir?
Yeah, we are storing it in result pair. See?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, so what will be the new pair? That is 12 and 8. Then it will check for 12 and 3. So 24, then it will again increase to 21. Okay, then it will check for 16. No. So what is it's asking? List processor command of data. So what it is returning? Sum of result pair if result pair else 0. Okay, so what is the sum? So we have stored maximum like 12 and 3 only. So the maximum here we can see the difference is 12 and 3. Okay, so the 12 what we are returning sum of result pair. Okay, so result pair contain 12 comma 3 in a tuple, and this sum function what it will do, it will make the sum, that is 12 plus 3 is equals to 15. If result pair means, if since we have initialized result pair as none given above, so it will first check if result pair has a value in it, because none is a data type of something. Like if there will be none provided there only, then this if will not run and it will provide 0 here over here. Okay, so this result pair is there. So it will just add 12 and 3, that is a 15 answer, and it will give. Okay, is the question clear for everyone?
Sir,
Sir,
do we
I
need to
don't
take the
get it.
last tuple?
Please repeat again.
Do we need to take the last tuple, like updated one?
Yeah, the last will only be taken. Na? See, as I have just told you that 12 and when 12 and 3 here, that means when I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 0, 1, 2, and 3. So then that difference will be maximum, like 12 into 2, that is 24, minus 3, that is 21. Okay, so that will be the maximum diff. And the result pair will have a tuple 12 comma 3. Okay, so this is the latest one only, because we are just checking with this if condition. That means current diff is greater than max diff. all the other diff, that is like 12 into 2, that is 6, 24 minus 16, that is 6. So 6 is not greater than 21. So this if will not work. This body of if will not work. Same goes for when I is equal to 2 and j is equal to 3 and 16. That like that. So the last pair will be the last result pair will be 12 comma 3, because we are storing for the pair that is that has a maximum diff. Okay.
Yeah, sir. Okay.
Sir, so for
Hmm.
this question, they are just seeing the consecutive numbers, sir.
Yeah, we as we can see for I in range, that means first it will the I is iterating one by one like that, and J is iterating like when we take I, it will iterate the next element, then the element after it, then the element after it. Then when the I is 2, I is 1, then the J is taking A 8, then 3, then 16 like that. Okay, so it is taking consecutive elements, but in a order that the elements should not repeat. Okay, so for example, here the I is 1 and we will take j as 0. It will not be okay, because we have first checked 5 with 12 here. Okay, so there is no need of checking it twice. That's why we are just using this I plus 1 here. That means just go on with the elements after the given number. Okay.
Okay, sir, got it, sir.
Sir, what about 16? 16, sir.
Sorry.
What about with the 16 also we will get maximum?
Yeah, when the number is like index is 4 here, it will go for I plus 1, that is fifth index. So this j will not run. That means there is no element there for I plus 1. So this will not run. This j will not run. It will just and then it will go to I. It will say that all the I have just run the 16th. Now go on to next. Then it will check for the range. So it will say now the range is over. Just move on to this return statement. So after the 16, it will not check anything in this.
So this don't throw error, out of range kind of error.
Yeah, it can throw. It can throw, but in the option there is nothing written for this. Also, see now, it won't throw error because it is just running till length of number. So it will also check for this range only. It means we are starting here till the range there. Okay. So for 16, as we can see for 16, it will be like 5 to length of numbers. That is 5 minus 1, 4. So it will automatically understand that this length of number, this J will not work. So it will not throw error,
Okay, sir,
because
got
there's also na ending, mm, we can say ending range there. So it will first check if the ending range and starting range is correct. Since it will tell that the range is ended now, so it will not throw any error, because this J will now tell no, I will not run, because everything inside me is already run, because the range provided me is already done. The numbers are not up to right. Okay, so it will just go back to I and say I to iterate. Okay.
okay, sir, got it.
Excuse me, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, in result pair, why we are not storing the previous tuples uh like previous one? Like why we are just updating them? Why can't we store them?
We are just storing them na, in max diff and in result pair.
No, sir. What I mean is, in every iteration, we are getting some tuples, right, sir? And in
Yeah,
next iteration, we are
we
just
are getting
getting
some
new ones.
tuples only if the current difference is greater than the maximum difference. Then only we are storing it, and we are storing it in the result pair. That means, for example, we were having this result pair first like 5 comma 12, and then it was like 5 comma then 5 comma 8. So what it will do, it will just make this result pair to this. That means we are just storing our new tuple. So it is like mutability. Okay, so like I is equals to 0, then I write I is equals to 1. So what it will do, it will there are two types of memory: heap memory and stack memory. Okay, so it is like I write I is equals to 0. Okay, so when I write I is equals to 0, so what it will do, it will just make a memory a 0 and I in the memories, and it will, let me write it this like I and 0. And for the memory here, we are just writing 0 and I here. So what it will do, it will refer to the given value. Okay, so now when I do like I is equals to 1, after this we do I is equals to 1. So we will make a new 1 in the memory of like in the RAM, in the memory, and then this I will refer to 1. So this is how the values are changed. Okay, so when we refer to 1, so this arrow will be removed. Like it will say now I will refer to 1 only. Okay, so after there is some garbage collection thing. Okay, so garbage collection done sometimes. So the values which are not referred by any of the variables, it is just removed to clear up the space. Okay, so this I will now refer to 1. Same goes for this result pair. Okay, so one second. Same goes for this result pair. First result pair make this tuple like 5 and 12. Then this new tuple, we are just adding a result pair. We are referring it to a new tuple. Okay. So this is the new tuple we are referring it. Okay. So we will just make a new tuple in the memory like 5 comma 8 and this result pair to refer this and will not refer to this 5 comma 12. Got it?
Sir, yes, sir. Is this only applicable for tuples case?
This story map allocation.
Okay.
Sorry. You asked that it is applicable for tuple. So, what
Yeah.
thing you are asking for?
Like it is updating, like it is referring for new one, right? So when we are
Yeah, it
updating, like
is
when
doing
we
for
are
everything.
updating.
Like likewise as I tell you that I is equals to zero. Okay, when I tell you that I is equals to 1. So this is going for there only. We are just referring it to a new value. Okay, so it can be for list also. It can be for index inside the list for dictionaries, values for the given dictionaries. For all the data types, we are just when we initialize and we just provide a value, we can just this memory allocation is run for all these types. Okay.
Yeah, sir, I got it, sir. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Like only when we give indices, then only it will just refer to the new one, or else it will just take the previous one and it will take into the list, right, sir?
See, the concept of previous, you should not, you're just overthinking for this previous one. Okay. So what I just told you that don't think about data types for indexes. Okay. So you just see what code is updating. See, here we are just giving the result pair this value. Okay. So that means this result pair will store this only. If I change like result pair of 0 is equals to this, then the index of that result pair will store this. Okay, otherwise not. So we have to first see what we are updating or what we are changing. Here we are just changing the whole variable to this tuple, not the index of it or not something like that. Okay, so you just check the code what the code is updating. Okay, in the this question also we like this we are for this update task. Okay, so then we are just assigning the this index. Okay, so what this code also do, it will tell the task index to refer the new task, that is programming assignment. So this will refer to this programming assignment, not this assignment. Okay, it will be collected in the garbage collection. It will means no variable will no index will refer to this assignment. It will refer to this programming assignment. Okay, so don't overthink about it. It's easy when for I just explained you like I is equals to 0 and 1 example. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. Anyone have any doubt?
So may I ask doubt related to last OPP?
Yeah, this question.
No, sir. The last OPP that we have done.
Oh,
Uh,
last OPP.
yes, sir.
We can go for OPP question. Means which kind of question? It is a like programming question.
Sir, it is input output kind of question. I am just curious ki how could I take input in that question?
Okay, so was that question asking for input, or you are just curious for how the input is? It
Sir,
means
the code
means
is
there are two
asking.
types of questions in the OPP. One type of question is like you have just to define one function, and another type of question is like you have to take inputs and then return outputs. So
Yes,
which
sir.
one?
The question is input output type. Like we
Okay.
have to take input and
Mm-hmm.
return output too.
Okay.
Sir, may I share screen because I can't be able to copy the
See,
question.
we can take OPP questions, but we are here for end term revision. So I will take your question at the end of the session. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
is this okay?
Yes, sir. No problem. Thank you.
Okay, okay. So we will solve your question at the end of the session. Okay. after completing the sessions, these questions. Okay. Okay. Anyone have any other doubt?
Sir, sorry for disturbing. Can you go previous question in the previous question?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sir. In this question, we are getting the at the end we are getting create PPT and we are getting the updated one Python assignment and homework and also tea break. Like like this, sir. I'm asking. Like we are also getting the previous elements in the list. Like in the next question, we are not getting the previous elements. So that's what I'm
Okay,
asking.
okay. So this is the list. Okay. So
Yeah.
this is the initialized list. That means there are these elements here, and we are updating it. That means we are just updating the programming assignment. So after updating, the task will look like create PPT, programming assignment, and homework. Okay. Then we're adding a task to this list. Okay. So what it will look like: create PPT, programming assignment, homework, and tea break. Okay. So this is the list. So that's why all the elements that are stored here will show. So these are not previous assignments. Means previous. These are not previous. Okay. So these are the elements of the given list. Okay. But here we are not doing with list. We are just here we have initialized this integer, and here we have initialized. We have nothing. We have initialized. We have just initialized this variable as none type. Okay. So none type. It is a like none type. Okay. When we go in this if body, and this when this result pair will body line will run, so uh, 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 it will refer to this new tuple, that is like 5 comma 12. Okay. So it will only store those elements if we add something in it. We are not adding it, we are just referring this result pair to a new tuple. When we check for another difference, and this result pair is then run another time, then we will just refer to new tuple to this result pair. Okay. So these are not the previous things. These are just element of the given list. So that's why we are just getting these all things. Okay. See
Yes.
here, we are just updating this task index. That means we are just mutating this index, not the whole task. Okay. See, we are just adding a task here, so that means we are adding as elements here. Okay. We are updating the index here, means task index. That means first index. We are just changing it to programming assignments. That's why it is having all this create PPT and homework left over here. Okay. If we remove this index from this, then this task will be a string, that is task will be just it will not refer to this list, it will refer to this string, that is programming assignment. If we remove this index from here, since this index is here, that means we have to change the first index of the given list, that is task. Okay.
Yes, sir. I got it now, sir. Yeah.
So
What I
in
thought is in this question, we'll get a list of tuples. Like, yeah, in
No,
the second question.
no, you are not getting it. In this
Yeah,
question, we
now
will
I
not
got
get
it.
the list of tuples. We will just referring a new tuple. We haven't
Yeah,
initialized list anywhere in this question. Okay. So we have
yeah.
initialized list here. Okay. So we have initialized and given the values of the list here. We haven't initialized a list anywhere in this question. List will only contain elements when we provide it, when we make the list. Okay. So there is no chance of storing the list here. If we create this result pair, for example, if we create a result pair as a list, and then we will just write here result pair dot append and this list, then only the it will contain a list having tuples. Okay. Then only then if we access the last element, then only we will get the correct answer. Okay. We are not making a list, not appending anywhere in this code. Okay. So you are just getting the confusion in the data type. So just see, no list is initialized here. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So
Okay.
for the sum function, it should be integers inside the tuple, right? So we are initialized result pair as none, right?
Yeah,
So
we have initialized result pair as none. When we give values to result pairs, so it will take tuples. If there is no none value in this result pair, then it will give zero. Else, this inbuilt function, that is sum, so it will take the elements in the result pair and it will add it and then return it. Okay.
so it will consider it as integers inside the tuple, right?
Inside this result pair.
Yeah, result pair. Numbers I and numbers j, which we are giving as the output for values for the result pair, right?
Mm-hmm.
So nowhere we mentioned that it will be integers, right?
We haven't mentioned integers here, but they are integers from this. That means number of I is integer, number of j is integer. Since both data types are suitable for some, so some will not throw any error. If there is we are adding a string to a float, then it will cause some database attribute problem. Since both are integers, since what is number of I? That means if number I is equals to 1 and j is equals to 2, so number of I is 5 and number of j is 12. That means we are storing a tuple that is 5 comma 12. Okay, so it is storing. For example, this is the answer. Okay, so what this sum will do? It will take all the things inside this result pair. Okay, so there is 5 comma 12. So it will take 5. It will take 12. Add them both, and it will return by this return function, and it will be printed here. Is it okay now? If there is any data type attribute error, then only it will show any error. We need not to initialize, integers there. This is Python. There is no need to initialize integers here. We have already provided integers here, and here we are just storing the integers we want, like the pairs we want, and it is storing in this result pair. Then whenever the all the iteration is done, this sum result pair will run.
So the inside the list already the elements are integers.
Yeah, these are all are integers. If there will be a string, so it will look like this.
So
For example, this is the list and this is 5.
couple
If
you
if
are considering them like that way only, right?
sorry, repeat.
While adding them to the tuple,
Mm-hmm.
adding it to the tuple, it will be integers. In that way, because in the initialization process we have given just none. That's why I just asked.
Okay. See, we have given none to this result pair, not to this data here. So we are just what we are giving result pair is a type of tuple, not an integer or a string. Okay. So we are just giving it a tuple. Inside tuple, we are providing integers here. So there will be no issue if this there is none, because we are just providing it a tuple. Okay.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay. Another doubt? Okay. Let's move on to next question. Okay, what will be the output of the following code snippet? So this is the function, mysterious function x. If x is greater than 10, then we have to return x into 2 elif. That means if this if statement is not run, this elif will try to run. So it will check the condition if x is greater than 5. So if the condition is true, then this return will run. If none of this run, or if any of this run, then also this return will run. Okay, so this you have to see the indentation. Okay, so this is the if indent block. This is the normal body of if block. Same goes for elif indentation and for elif body block. This is a return x. That means for what we will do, we will check if it's true, then this return will return something. If this return if is false, so then this elif will check. If none of them is false, then this return will work. Okay, so let me explain you something. This is for example, we are calling this function by this mysterious function and giving it a value here, that is the x is taking. Okay, so we can only return one time. Okay, so because since it's a normal code for returning many times, there's another type of code. Okay, so for this basic type of code, so what we are getting here, if we are just running this function, if this if statement is run, it will directly return to this print. Okay, sorry, to this mysterious. Okay, it will directly return to it. That means none of this else return and will run, because we are just return value. That means for it is like example, you are just searching one of the cards from the deck. For example, you are searching for 5 of hearts. Okay, so you're just searching one by one from your deck. Okay, whenever you get a 5 of hearts, you just remain all of the other cards under that 5 of hearts as it is. You won't touch it, because the desired output, you also get the desired output. Okay, so same goes for this function only. Whenever we return something, so it will return to this function, and it won't run a single line or single code after that return function. Okay, so if this return is if a statement is correct, this return will return the element, and this elephant return will won't work. Okay, same goes for this elef. For example, if this if is not run, this elif will try to run. If this elif is correct, this return statement return inside elif will return the elements, and this return won't do anything. If this elif and if does not return anything, then this return will return the elements. Okay, so let's go on with this question only. So here we are just making this result as a list, and we are just adding elements in the form of these functions. Okay, so what will it do? Result will add the elements, append the elements after giving this, after giving for this mysterious function. Okay, so what will the first zeroth index element of result? It will be mysterious function given the value 3. That means the value returned by this mysterious function for value 3, that will be the zeroth index of the result. Same goes for index number 1 and index number 2. Then this result will be a list. Then we will just sum it up and result will be print. Okay. So see here 3 is there. So we will check if 3 is greater than 10. No, this is false. If 3 is greater than 5, no, it is false. That means it will return 3. So what will be our result? So our result is equals to a list having element 3 here. Okay. Now this is 3 here. Okay. Now we will run for this 7. So is 7 greater than 10? No. Is 7 greater than 5? Yes. So what it will return? It will return x plus 5. No. Yeah, x plus 5. So it will return here x plus 5. That is 7 plus 5. That is 12. Okay. So we will return 12 here. Okay, now we are giving 12 in the next element. Okay, so what is this? Is x greater than 10? Yeah, yes, 12 is greater than 10. That is, we have to return 24. Okay, so we will return 24 over here. Okay, so now our result list look like this. Okay, 3, 12, and 24. Now we are just to print the sum of result. Okay, so we will just add it 24 plus 3 plus 12, that is 39. Okay.
Sir, when mysterious function is 7,
Mm-hmm.
then it will return also 12 and 7, sir.
No, no. We can only return one time. For example, I just told you like you are searching something in your deck of cards, or you can say that you are just searching anything in your book. You guess, okay. So, for example, you are searching for page number 10. Okay, whenever you reach on page number 10, you won't even turn for page number 11 because you have got a desired output. So, same goes for here. Since we have returned one, you can just assume that we can return one time only. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
either this
Okay.
return can run, either this return can run, either this can run for this normal ideal basic question. Some we can return many times, but not in these type of questions. There's some other another syntax used. Okay, so for this return we can return only one time. Okay, so since this elif is true and we have returned this 12, so this return won't work because uh, code will not read this.
Got it, sir.
This code, it will just directly jump to it, it will give the value to it and move on to next question, next line outside this function. Okay, so that's why after returning 12 it won't return 7. Okay, okay, is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, so next we move on to next question here. What will be the output for the following code? So same, we have just defined one function process list, given a number to it, and make an empty list result here. Okay, for number in numbers, that is, we will just iterate one by one for the given number list. Okay, if number modulo 2 double equal to 0, so what is doing for it? It is just checking for either the number is even or not. If the number is even, it will multiply it by 2, else it will just add the 1 to it and append it in the result. Okay, then after all the iteration is done, it will just return the result. Okay, so here original is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Modified is equals to process list of original. Okay, so what it will do, the modifier will store something that the process list returns. What this process list return? It returns a list called result. Okay, so this modified will have a list which we have to process in this function. Okay, so we are just providing original like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have just initialized result here. Now for numeric numbers, that means we are just accessing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 one by one from this for loop. Okay. So we are just checking if a number is even. That means this modulo sign is used for checking the out remainder. So that means when we divide a number, when we divide this num from this two, if the remainder is equal to zero, that means it's a even. So we have to just append the twice of it. Else it's odd. So we have to append the increment one and append it to the result. Okay, so let's start from one. Since one is not even, it will give the remainder one only by dividing from two. Okay, so it will run from this else. Okay, so it will return like two. Okay, so the result list will be like two, comma, then two into four, that is four, then three plus one four, then four into two, that is eight, and then five plus one six. Okay, so let me write it like. Uh, let me write it first. Okay, so it will be like 2 comma 4, 2 comma 4. Then for this 3, it is 5. Then for this 4, it is 8. Then for this 5 is 6. Okay, now add it up like
For three
2.
is for three is four, right?
So
What are you saying?
The
for three,
result
it will
list
be four.
is
Result
two,
will be?
four, four,
Yeah, yeah, I
eight,
just added.
six.
That is 25. That is, no, 24. So 2 plus 8, that is
Sir, in
10.
the place of 5, it would be 4. 3 plus
Yeah,
1
yeah,
as
yeah.
per.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes, sir.
just,
Four, four.
yes, I just have done a typo there. Yeah, for 3 we have to add 1. Okay, so that will be 24. Okay, now it is correct. Okay, so the answer is 24. We have sum here. So sum is a inbuilt function for adding up any like elements inside the list or element inside tuple or set. Okay, so we have just to add the elements. So the answer is 24. Okay, okay. Anyone have doubt in this?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so let's moving on to next question. Okay. Consider the following Python code snippet. Okay. So here in a snippet, we can see we have just given the text a string that is Python programming, and we have made this part as a list. Okay. So this part is a list that have the 2 to 7th indexing of text, then minus 4 to end, then text having jumps. Okay. So let's see. This is a good question. Okay. So let me make something like. Okay, so like text equals to Python programming. Python programming. Okay, now we have to make parts. Parts is equals to a list. Okay, we can just make a text of 2 to 7 is equals to and test of text, I guess. Text of minus 4 to and is equals to and text of 2. Okay. Then we have to join the result. Is what I am doing. Yeah, okay. It's a result. Okay. So now let's see. This is a Python programming. What we are doing is indexing here. Okay. We are just indexing it from 2 to 7. But remember, while indexing, we will index from 2 to 7 minus 1, that is 6. Okay. So let's find out. Okay, let's find out. This is index 0, then 1, then 2. Okay, so that means we are starting from T here. Okay, then we have to go till 6. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That means this is the portion we are looking for. Okay, so we will copy it and paste it here. Okay. Then for -4 to end. Okay. So what is -4? That is minus is like indexing from the back, from right to left. Okay. So that means we have to just go to G is this G is -1, then -2, then -3, then -4. That means -4 till end. Okay. So we will just copy this wing and just paste it into this text. Okay. This is text is like 2. That means we have to skip one and then go to like this. So we will just take Python, then T. Okay, so let's go to it like T, then skip H, then O, then skip N and go to P again. Okay, then O, after O we will go to R. Okay, after R we will go to M. After M we will go to I and then G. I and then G. Okay, I think this is correct. Okay. So our parts will look like this, comma, this, comma, this. Okay, then what is our result? So let me just copy paste this only. Okay, so our parts will look like this, comma. Okay, so this will be in a string. Okay, write it in string only. Okay, then it is main. Okay, then in string, this is having this. Okay, so the parts will look like this. Okay, now what we are doing here, we are just joining the parts by the space. Okay, so I think there is no space in this. Okay, you can just check it for if there is space or not. As I can see, I don't think there is any space. Okay, so for that we will just add these this is a string, this is string, and this is string uh, and store it in the results. Okay, so what our results will look like? Result will look like EHONP, then MING, then PTOPORMIG. Okay, so now what we have to do just print the length of it so we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so see, we can see the answer 18 here. Okay, so we have to print the length of the result and the length is 18, so answer is 18. Okay.
Sir, don't we return three, sir? Because in list we have three elements, so
You
can't we?
see, the list is part. Okay, we are not returning the length of parts. We are just returning the length of result. In result, we are joining the elements inside the part. Okay, so as I can you can see in the code here, this part is the list like this string, this string, and this string. By this line, what we are doing, we are storing these element means we are adding this element and storing it as a string, not as a list. Okay, list is part, result is string. Okay, then the length of result is 18. That means there are 18 characters inside this string. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, anyone have any other question?
Excuse me, sir. What is the
Sorry,
syntax
your
for
voice just broke.
if I want to? Sorry, sir. So, sir, what is the syntax
Repeat
for
again.
if I want to start from last? Uh, Okay. Okay. What is
Repeat
the
again. Sorry.
syntax for if I want to
Mhm.
start from last letter of the word?
From last
Are
to
you
first,
getting?
right? Yeah, yeah. From last to
Yeah, yeah.
first. Okay. Okay, that is like -1 here. Nothing more. More. Okay.
Okay.
So this will
Okay.
return the
Okay. Yes.
it will just reverse this string. Okay, this will return this string.
Yes.
So it will store like G N I M M like that. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
you was asking that only.
Thank you.
Okay, okay. Anyone have any other doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. Then. So consider the following Python code snippet. So this is the code snippet. What will be the output after executing the code? Okay, so let's move on. A is equals to 5, B is equals to 2, steps is equals to 0. While A greater than 0, A is equals to A divided by B. And this divide is like divide till the remainder divide we have till we have the remainder. Okay, then we have to just add the steps and then print the steps. Okay, so let's move on. A is equals to 50. Let me do with that only. It's not looking nice. Okay, A is equals to 50 now. It's starting. B is equals to 2 and steps is equals to 0. Okay, now A is greater than 0. Yes, it is. We will divide it by 2. Okay, so 50 divided by 2 is 25. So we will just make the A as 25. Okay, and increment the steps till 1. Okay, now still A is greater than 0. So we will just divide it by 2. So we will divide it by 2. 25 divided by 2 is 12.5. So the 12.5 will be wrong answer. So what we will write? We will write 15. Okay. Then step will be like 2. Okay, then 13 divided by 2 is like 8. No, 7. Okay, then the step is 3. Okay, now 7 divided by 2 is 4. Step is 4. Okay, now this 4 divided by 2 is 2. So it is 2, and this is uh, what it was like 5. Okay,
Fine.
then 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay, then step is 6. Then 1 divided by 2. So 1, when we divide 1 by 2, then it will be zero point 0.5, and it is still greater than 0. I guess. Okay. So when we will do 1 divided by 2, okay, so it will be like point 0. It will be then 0. Okay. So there will be 0. So the steps will be done. I guess I should show this type of code
Sir,
in
I
the
guess
VS Code.
you made a mistake somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't make a mistake. I just refer it to the next element, but it won't refer to next element. Okay. So I will explain in the VS Code. Okay. So let me open
Sir,
VS Code.
when you divide 25 by 2, the answer will be 12.
Yeah, yeah. The answer will be 12. Yes, you are right.
Yes, yes.
So let me open a new text file. Wait a second, just okay. I'll just share the screen. Just run it all. Okay, so it's running. Let me change the screen. Okay. Okay. So what is the code? A is equals to 50 and B is equals to 2 and what was like steps. Steps is
Step
equals
equals
to
to 0.
0. Okay. While A is greater than 0, while A is greater than 0,
A is equals to
A is equals
A
to
floor
A
division of
divided by
B.
B and divided by B and steps plus equal to 1. Okay. Steps plus equal to 1. And after that, we have to print steps. Okay, we will print steps. Then also we will print A here. Okay, we will print for checking what this while is doing. Okay, so we will print like A and then print A. Okay, uh, so when I run this code, we can see first the A was 25, then 12, then 6, then 3, then 1, then 0. Since 0 is not greater than 0, this condition will be false, the while will not run, and its steps is equals to 6. Okay, so what I was doing, I was just taking it a integer after, that was my mistake. Okay, it won't take an integer after, it will take the integer like, it will convert a 12.5 into integer. Okay, so 12.5 converted into integer will be 12. 6.5 converted into integer will be 6. 3.5 converted into integer will be 3. So that was the thing I was doing wrong. Okay. So this is the correct solution. Like 25 then divide by 2 is will be 12.5. Since we are using this double divide, so it will convert 12.5 into 12. Okay. Then it will store the a that is 12. Then 6, then 3, like that. Okay.
Floor division means only taking the exact division.
The integer, not the float part. Yes.
Float, not the float.
Yeah, not the float part, just taking the integer like 12.5. So it will take 12 only, not the 0.5. Okay, clear?
But sir, the, the loop is for a greater than 0, then why is it consider a is equal to 0? Why is it adding 1 for it? It should be 5, right? So it shouldn't be 6.
No, I didn't get it. Okay. So I
The
should print
last
steps
0.
here also. I got your point. Okay. So I should print steps here also. Okay. So then also your doubt will be clear. Okay. Steps. Then uh, it's, okay, then print steps. Okay. Mm. Okay. See, with the okay, I should print steps after incrementing steps. Okay. So let me copy paste it. Uh,
No, my question was, it says while a is greater than 0, in the
mhm.
last step, a is 0. Then why is it
Yeah.
incrementing
Just
1?
explaining it. Okay. See,
Okay.
first will 50 will come in. A will be 25. Step will be 1. Okay. So A will be 25. Step will be 1. Then
Yeah.
A will be 12. Step will be 2. Then A will be 6. Step will be 3. A will be 3. Step will be 4. Then A will be 1. Then step is 5. Then A 0. That is after dividing A. That means the A was 1 there. Okay. The A was 1 here. Okay. When the A was 1, the step was 5. When this 1 then go inside while the A becomes 0, then step incremented to 5 to 6. Then see here we are printing after incrementing step and changing the value of A, then we are printing. That means when the A value was 1 and step was 5, when we have printed this, then this 1 is greater than 0. Okay. So then this A will be 0, step then will be turned to 6. That is here. A is equals to 0, steps is equals to 6. Then since this A is 0, then this while loop will not work, then this print will run. Okay. Then this print is doing 6. Is it okay now?
Okay. So, yes, got
Hmm.
it.
Okay. Anyone have doubt in this question?
No, so
Okay, great. Let's move on to our screen. Okay. Mm, okay, great. As we can see, the answer is 6 here because we have done 6 steps. Okay. Now this is a try, accept, and finally block. So let me just give a brief intro for this. See, here we do use this try, accept, and finally block for exceptions. It is not necessarily used for exceptions. Generally, it is used for exceptions. Like try this code. If it is doing good, then do everything inside the code. Accept these exceptions. See, accept, and finally. Okay, so what we are doing, see, result is equals to 15 divided by 0. It can be done because zero division error will be there. Okay, so it is doing accept exception, result is equals to -1. Accept zero division error, result is equals to -2. Accept name error, result is equals to -3. And result plus equal to 10 finally. So what is done here, when we try here, if there is any of the errors, so see, we have defined error here. These exception contains it is of exception class. Okay, so it contains all of the exceptions given provided in the code. Okay, here zero division error, it is a type of exception here. Okay, it is a type of error here. Name error is also a type of error. Okay, and whenever is there if there any of the error in there, if that error comes under these three exceptions, then it will give the result value to this. And finally, that means after this whole these try is done, accept is done, then finally will run. If there is error, whether there is error or not, this finally will still run and it will add the value to plus 10. Okay. So the question is asking what will be the numerical value of result after executing the code. Assume that there is no prefix or suffix with this code. Okay. So that means we have to just see that there is no prefix or suffix here. Okay, with this code, and this is the whole code. Hint about the different error classes. Zero division error occur when attempted to divide by zero. Okay. Name error when the underdefined variable is exists. Okay. Exception base class of all errors. As I told you, exception is a class for all of the types of error or exceptions there. Okay. So what is the answer? 9 here. That means we are just since see, this code will generate zero division error, but but this except exception contains all type of exceptions. Okay, all types of error. That means the result value will be -1. Since we have already catch one exception, then it will directly move to finally block if there is any. Since there is finally block, it will just add the result value to plus 10. That means -1 plus 10 give us a 9 value. That is the answer 9. Okay. Why this zero division error will not run? It will not give the value -2 and -3 because this exception contains all type of exceptions. Okay, if we have to check for zero division error and name error, we should we should just cut the code from here and paste it after name error. Okay, so generally these except exception is for if for example we are writing a code. Okay, we are writing a code in a big company. Okay, so we have to just mindfully write the code so that the website will not crash. Okay, for example, we are not using exceptions in the code. So what it will do, it will just give whenever any of the error is done. So what it will do, it will just crash the website and show the error something like that. A website will crash there. Okay. So what we have to do, we have to do exception handling. Okay. So there is a whole topic called exception handling. So this is the basic try, accept, and finally is the basic for that. Okay. So what we are doing here, this result will give error. Okay. So if you are a good coder, you will just use this except different types except. For example, here we should print gives a zero division error. Here we print, for example, gives name error. Here we print any error in the code. Okay. This if this code is this except is at first place, this except is at second place, then this exception whole exception is at third place. So it should be the correct order. Okay, since this exception contains all of the errors and it is at the first place, so that means the code will check for this exception only. What it will do, it will try something. If there is any error, so it will go to except classes. Okay, so this is the except. So it will go to the first except class and check whether the error we have the error we got is there in the given exception. Since the it is given in this exception, so it will give the result. Okay, result is equals to -1. If this exception is at last, so it will check for zero division error. Then this result will be -2. Since we can use only one except. Okay, one after another. It is like if elif block. Okay, so since this if condition is true, means this except condition is true, then this final is only run. These both are skipped. Okay. Okay. Uh, any doubt in this?
So I have a doubt. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
in this question, if except exception is after except name error, then
Mm-hmm.
it will be like -2 plus -1, -2, -3, then
Mm-hmm.
+10. Am I right, sir?
Yeah, you are right. If the except exception is after this name error, okay, so it will like first, this is the first, then second, then third. This will be the order after changing it. Okay, so what it will do, then it will do this -2 and +10. Okay, then it won't consider this -3 and -1. Okay,
But
So it will take
name
only one except, no?
it will take the so see, it is like if block. Okay, so for example,
Mhm.
we are just assuming it as a if block. Okay, it is not a if block, we're just assuming it for a better understanding. Okay, for example, this takes zero division error. Okay, it takes zero division error, ZDE. Okay, so it will first go to this exception. It will check if this exception we have encountered here is this exception, since this has all the type of exceptions. Okay, so this will be like condition will be true, then it will give the result. Okay, and then it will directly move to finally. Okay, it won't check for other excepts. It's like if else block. Okay, if
Okay.
this except for example, this exception is at last. Okay, we have first like zero division error, then name error, then exception. Then it will check is except a zero division error. Since this is the zero division error, so this condition will also be true, and the result will be like -2, and then finally will run -10. 10, then the answer should be 8. Okay, for example, this name error is first, then zero division error, then exception. So it will check is the given error name error? No, it is not. So then it will move to next
It's
except checking
present,
for
sir.
the
Name
given.
error. Name
Yeah,
error is present, sir.
and
Because the
even
result is equal to 15 by 100, but they are printing item. So name error is present now, sir.
see name error won't occur for this.
Yeah, but result actually we are writing result equal to 15 by 0. Then we are
Mhm.
printing item. So is it name error? I
It it
I
will
mean
it
it
will
should be
it will give zero division error.
no. I mean like zero division also will applicable. Result it should be printing result, but it's printing item. So that's why I'm asking, sir. Name error will be
Oh, okay.
applicable.
Yeah, it's printing item also. Like first, this will encounter a issue. Okay, then this item will encounter. Na? First, this will encounter an issue. Then it will directly go to accept block. Okay. So after the having error in this code, it will directly go to accept classes, checking for is the error handled there or not. If this is handled, then only we will come on print. Okay, since there is error, it will directly jump on to accept, then finally then the code is done. Okay, so this print item won't work in this question situation. Okay,
Oh, okay, sir.
if this
Sir,
Thanks.
print item is
exception error will contain zero division error and name error, everything.
sorry.
Exception error means it will contain all errors.
Yeah, this exception class. See, this exception with a capital E. Okay, so this exception contains all the type of exceptions present in the Python class, already defined by the Python. We can
Oh,
also make our own exceptions. Then we have to just add it in this exception only. Okay, that means this exception having with capital this is with capital E. Okay, this is like capital true and small t true. Okay, that means this is true false for true, and this is a string like that. This exception with capital E contains all type of exceptions handled in the Python. Okay.
that's why it will go to final error. Final
Yeah,
result.
that's why
It will
the
go.
result will be like -1, and it will directly see here he was looking for exception handling. He got the exception in this exception, then it will directly jump to finally. Okay.
If exception is not there, it will take this zero division error and
Yeah.
name error also.
No, it won't take name error because here first we have encountered zero division error. Name error is encountered after zero division. Okay, so
Okay.
first zero division error will be handled, then result will be -2, and then it will be directly jump to finally. Okay,
Okay. Thank you, sir.
if we
Sir,
print an
so then
item before result, okay, then this name error will would come to the work. Okay, since zero division error encountered first, so first we have to handle that only. Okay, we can't move on to we can't proceed the code after before handling any of the question. Okay.
sir, I have a doubt. So
Mm-hmm.
only one except will be executed, sir.
Yeah, it will first check for if the given if the error we are getting is in accept or not, means that is handled or not. Okay, so if there is handled, so it will do according to the handle situation. If not, it will check for the error.
Sir, your voice is not
Okay,
audible.
my voice is audible now.
Now
Yeah,
now
actually,
it's okay,
still the
sir. Now it's
power
okay.
cut off. Okay. So as I was telling, first we'll check for for example, we are getting a zero division error. Okay. So it will check one by one, is the, if we have handled the zero division error or not. If it is handled, it will do according to the accept body. Okay. If not handled, it will actually throw the error. Okay.
So so it will be executing only one except. I
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
exception if
Actually, it is
exception block is
executing
not
one
there.
except only. Yes, actually, it is executing one except only. Okay.
But if exception, I mean exception part is below name error, then it will
Mm-hmm.
be executing two except. Am I right, sir?
No, no, no. It will accept. It will run only one acceptor, not one, two, or three. Okay.
So if exception is below name error, even though it is below name, I mean if it is below name error, then it will
Mm-hmm.
be executing only zero division error.
Yeah, then it will be executing only zero division error, not name error, neither name error nor division, nor exception. It will run only one except will be run. Okay, for the one
Okay, sir.
given error. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, what if no error has occurred? Like it will
If no
just
error has
print.
occurred, okay, okay. If no error has occurred, this try, all the code present in try will be run. Then finally will be run, because finally will run if there is any error or not. Okay. Finally, don't think for if there is an error or not. It will run only. Okay. So if there is no error, so this all the statements in the try block will run, and all the statements in the final block will run. Okay. So no exception or except will be run. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, anyone have any question?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah,
if I
continue.
want to check all exception by using and or, then how can I use?
And or.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
we can get only one exception at a time. Okay, so this and or
Okay,
we can kind of use, but it is not not feasible. We have to just use this method only. It is not feasible. Okay,
okay, sir.
yeah. This and
Sir,
or is not generally not recommended.
Yes, sir.
sir,
Yeah,
I
continue.
have another doubt. If
Yeah.
result is equal to 15 by 3 and print of result, then the finally will be executed two times, sir.
Yeah, fine. If the code is here like a result is equal to 15 by 3, that is absolutely correct. No exception. If there is a print result instead of item, that this is also correct. Then also result will this finally will execute. Finally will execute whether the try or accept, whether there is any exception or not. It don't bother to finally. Finally will run if finally will run at any cost. Okay, if try is
So it
run,
will
accept
be,
is run or not.
so as there are two codes, so it will be running two times, sir.
Sorry.
As it has two lines, like result is equal to 15 by 3 first line and print of
Mm-hmm.
result is second line. So to
Mm-hmm.
finally will be executed for two times. Am I right, sir?
Finally will be executed.
For two times, like after result equal to 15 by 3, then
Mm-hmm.
it will be adding 10.
See,
Then
see.
after,
Let me explain. Let me explain.
okay, okay, okay,
When
sir.
there will 15 by 3, 15 by 3, what it will be 5. Okay. So it will print, when we print the result, it will print 5. Okay. Then we will go to finally. Finally will increment result to 15. Okay. So it will return 15 then. Okay. It will print 15 then. Is it okay?
Okay, okay, sir. So it won't be like one code and the first code. After that, we will be checking. Then after that, second code. It will be like uh, consecutive. Am I right, sir?
I didn't get what you was asking.
Like if it is true, if it is correct without any error, then the
Mm-hmm.
first code will be executed and the second code will be executed, and then it will be going for finally. Am I
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Then there is no need of accept. Okay.
Okay.
Means that
Okay,
means
sir.
all the see, if all the code inside try block is already correct. Okay, so all the code inside try block will run. then after the code in finally block will run. Okay, since the question tell us that there is no prefix or suffix code with this whole code. Okay, so here try will run. Assume that this is the whole correct code. Okay, so then try will run, finally will run, and this print will run because it is not bounded by any try or finally. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mm. Okay. Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
Anyone have another doubt? So it
Hello, sir.
yeah, continue.
Sir, I pasted in chat box question. His similar type of question. I not understand.
Which type of question? Okay, this image.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wait. Mm,
It's an exceptional name here.
yeah, see. Yeah, this was the question I was talking about. Okay, let me share my screen, or can we get a copy here? Uh, okay, wait. Let me share my screen. Okay, so as see in this question, you have like print a value. Okay, uh, is it zooming? No. Okay, so let's see from here only. Okay, so it is like first print value, then it is going for result. Okay, so that means this print value will cause a name error first. Okay, so that means it will be like result is equals to -1. Then finally we'll add +2 to it. So it will be like result is equals to -1 plus 2. See, this is like accepts like if block. If there is any error, it will check for this except. If there is any error, if this except doesn't contain that error, then it will check for another error for as many as except are there. Okay, if they will check for name error. Since there is no value and we are trying to print it, it will go for name error. So then result will be -1. Okay, then since we have got the desired exception, we will go to finally. Okay, then is finally we like result is equals to plus is equals to 2. That is, first of all, we were having the value -1, then we are adding plus to it, so the answer will be 1. Okay, so yeah, this is the another code. Yeah, good. This is good question. Okay, you got it.
Yes, sir, I got it.
Okay, everyone else got it.
No, sir, please explain again.
Okay, so which part you are having the problem?
So, like choosing the option
Mm-hmm. Which option?
when
This
I
accept this
choose
accept thing.
exception, when I choose name error, when I choose zero divisibility.
Okay. In the try block, first of all, I was telling about like how the Python code work. Okay, since the question tells that assume there is no prefix or suffix code. That means this try is the first line of code. Okay, so let's start from there only. So this is the first line. Python will after seeing this try, after this try statement, it will get to know that anything inside this try, I have to try. If there is an exception, then we have to search for any except class. Okay, so it will go to the second line, that is print value. Okay, so it will try to search for any value. Since there isn't any value variable, so it will cause a name error. Okay, so it will try to handle it. Okay, so for handling, it will try to go to accept value, accept statements. Okay, accept blocks. Okay, so it will go to first this accept. Then it will try to search, is zero division error, is this value causing zero division error? No, it is not causing zero division error. So it will then go to next accept. Then it will see, is this value causing name error? Yes, it is causing name error. Then it will give the result a value -1. Okay. Then after this accept, it will go to finally, because after one error we are just jumping into finally. So that after finally, it will just add the value to 2. Then the result will be like -1, then 2. So it will give the answer 1.
But sir, in case if exception was up,
Yeah, continue. If exception was up,
but
means
if in case exception at in the up like in the zero divisibilities place.
no, I didn't get your question. Please, if you can explain Hindi, go on with Hindi, no problem.
नो नो, आई मीन टू से अगर ये एक्सेप्शन वाला ऑप्शन ऊपर हो ने वहाँ डिविजिबिलिटी के जगह पे या फिर वहाँ पे नेम एरर की जगह पे, तो हम एक्सेप्शन ही चूज करेंगे ना।
हाँ, अगर एक्सेप्शन नेम एरर और रिवीजन एरर के ऊपर है तो एक्सेप्शन ही चूज होगा, बिकॉज एक्सेप्शन कंटेन्स ऑल द these all types of error. Okay, this is like a whole category for the exceptions. Okay.
या
Hmm. Clear?
यस।
Okay, great.
Sir, I am little bit
Anyone?
curious if we have to in try block, if we print bracket में a by 0, then which kind of exception it is?
Say again. Which if
Sir, if in try block we write
mhm,
print bracket में a divided by 0, then
mhm.
which except block can be executed?
First, it will go for a, then it will ask for the value of a since a is not defined. So first, it will give the name error, I guess. So let's try it. Okay. So let's cool. We can try it like try. Uh, Try is like uh, for example, we are printing it. Okay. Print a divided by 0. Okay. Then for example, it's, uh, we are just doing it finally. Okay. Finally, print finally. See, name A is not defined. It will give a name error because first in this print statement it will ask for value of A. Then only it will move further for divide, this divide sign and zero sign. First it will ask the variable A that give you a where is your value. Give the reference. I will just go to the value and take it to the here this to this arithmetic problem. Okay. Then it will since it won't find any of the values related to A, then it will give the name error. Okay.
Okay, sir, got it.
So in this case, finally won't be executed as well.
Since we haven't any handled any exceptions. If we do like accept exception, and for this we like print there is any error. Okay, see, then it will be like there is an error and final block. Okay, you got it.
So if there is no except, then only finally is there, then the answer will be error. Am I right,
Okay,
sir?
yeah, yeah. See, what we are doing in try block, in exception block and final block, we are just exception handling. That means if there is any exception like this, for if there any exception, just give whatever you want, like print whatever you want, and then final block. Since this in this try block, if we remove this code, there is this line is not handled. That means this error is not handled properly. That's why this will show the error in the terminal. Okay. If this shows any error, so anything beyond this won't work. Okay. If we have this except block, then if we have this except block, then it will be like okay, so this exception is handled. So if this exception is handled, then then only we will go to finally. If this exception is not handled, the code will stop here for giving the error only. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
No,
sir.
sir. Finally is working still.
Sorry.
Finally will still work, sir.
No, no. See, if I remove this, where is finally going? See, first of all, there is syntax error. Let me remove it. See? Oh yeah, finally it's still working. Sorry, sorry. Yeah. Because there's a try block. Okay, you are correct. So it is sorry for the confusion. It is giving the error. It is not handling it. Okay. So the issue is like for exception handling, we have to handle the exception. But here we are not handling it. It is just giving it normally. Okay. So we are just doing nothing. It is just giving everything to it, and then final block is running. Yeah. Sorry for the confusion. I just tell the wrong thing. Okay, my bad, guys.
So So if anything happens, finally will be executed. Am I right, sir?
Yeah. This is the main use of try and except blocks only. If anything happens, finally will work only.
So is
Okay,
this
sir.
only
Thank you, sir.
used for handling errors?
Yeah, this is the main basic for handling errors only.
Okay.
Okay, so
So
let's
it
move
will
on to
throw
next.
an error. So it will
Yeah,
throw an error, and finally will be executed.
yeah. Since we haven't, handled the exception properly, so it will this give the error in the normal way. It gives without
Okay.
handling, okay, and then final block is will also run, okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hmm. See here, the finally is not printed. Finally is printed before this final block. That's why final block is run before this. So there should be any error inside this. Okay. Next, let's move on to our question. Hmm. So consider the following snippet of code. A is equals to 7, 2, and 8. B is equals to empty list. C is equals to 3. I is equals to 0. While I is smaller than length of A. Okay, so let's just make a test here text. That is like A is equals to 7, comma 2, comma 8. And B is empty list. C is 3. I is 0. And for this while, okay. So see, I is 0. Okay, so I is smaller than length of A. What is length of A? 3. Yes, I is smaller than length of A. So what we are doing? We are adding in the A, that is everything from starting to ith index. Okay, and adding A from ith plus 2 index to end. Okay, so what we will get in B? So since I is 0, that means we are saying that everything from starting to index 0. Okay, so that means this won't return anything. This won't return this A of A, won't add anything. We will just add this only. Okay, so what is this I plus 2? That is what is I is equals to 0. So 0 plus 2 is equals to 2. Okay, so that means 0, 1, and 2. So it is saying that from second index to every till the end of the A. Okay, so from 8 index to end. So the 8 is the end. So we will just add A to it. Okay, so we will add 8 to it. Then we will increment this I. So this I will be 1. Okay. Is there any use of C? No, it is. We don't see any use of C here, no? Okay. So we will just add 1 to it. Okay. Then adding 1 to it, what we will just add to B, we will add everything from starting to index number 1. That is 1 minus, that is 0. That means 7 will be added there. Okay. So 7 will be added there. Okay. Then we will go to this, since this won't work also because the indexing will be done here. It will be like a 1, 2, 3. There's no third index. Okay, so it won't add anything. And similarly, then I will be 2. Okay, I will still I is smaller than length of A. Then it will add this I from starting to second index. Okay, so this is from starting to second index. That is 7, 2. Okay, so it will just do 2 minus 1. That is 0 and 1 only. So it will add 7, comma 2. Okay, so let's do this code in Python. That will give you a brief output issue. Okay, uh, so like A is equals to, let me copy this only. No? Okay. I was initially 0. There was no use of C while I is smaller than len of A. Then what we are doing? We are adding B plus equal to A of I plus A of I plus 2 till end. Okay. Let me do this here, space. Okay. and we are incrementing I. And let me print here. What should I print? We should print this value of this. Okay, so you will get this comma, the value of this. Okay, so I should write a text here. Write text, given blocks. Okay, and I should print B also. Okay,
Sir,
we
B
should
is
get,
empty, sir.
sorry,
B should be empty.
B should be,
Empty,
एम्पटी
sir.
है सर, आपने उसको लिखा है 700.
okay, yeah,
B should be empty.
yeah, okay, okay. See, first with the given blocks for the given blocks, that means this will be empty. As I told you, this will be empty, and this will contain eight. As I told you, okay. Then the B will have only eight element. Okay. Then this will have seven element. Okay. So for when I is equal to one, this will have a seven, and this will have an empty list. Okay. So it will increment seven. Then for after the when the I is two, so then it will add seven to that means this block. Okay, so this block will add seven to, and the answer will be this, as I told you. Okay, I haven't just written it here. It was like seven and two. Okay, clear everyone? Having doubt?
Sir, here A will first 0 plus 0 plus 2.
Uh, uh,
B will be A,
uh-huh.
A 0,
A is not zero.
first index,
Okay. Oh, you are telling me change the index. Okay.
and then plus A 0
Where plus
plus
is it?
2. 0 plus 2 means 2.
Okay. No. You are getting no. We are not adding the elements inside list. We are adding the elements of list inside another list. That means we are adding the elements, these element 0, 2, and 8 to another list. Not we are not summing it up. We are just replicating it. We are just slicing this index and adding it to another list. Okay. So these
Then
elements
0 will
don't.
be 2 and this 0, 8, 2, 8.
Yeah. This will be like this only 08002. Okay. It won't have any role of this won't have any role of changing the answer type of answer. It will only change the like the given method only. Okay, so this we are not adding. Okay, so you are I think you are getting any issue. Okay, we are not adding the elements. We are not summing it up. Okay, we are just slicing this list and adding the list to another list. Okay, we are adding that elements to another list. Okay, it is like we are, example, cutting one page and adding it to another book. Okay, it is like that. Is it clear now?
Okay, sir.
What was you asking? You were just asking about this only, no? That if we change the elements, the answer should change. It will change accordingly. Not it will not change the method. Okay, so let's move on to next question. See, the answer is
No, sir.
uh, yeah. What will the length of B? It was asking for length of B. That's why the answer is 4. Yeah. Yeah, go on.
Sir, can you go through mine problem? It's
Which
end of the
problem?
session, sir. So the OPP one.
Some questions are left, I guess. So let me finish it up, okay?
Okay, sir.
I know the time is already up, but I have to finish one question paper at least, okay? For getting every type of question, okay? So let me do it fast, okay? So this is what the code is saying. Okay, it is saying athletics.csv is a CSV file that has the following contents. Okay, so this is a name, sport, and performance. Okay, this is a CSV file. Okay, then this is John swimming 85.5. Then data like that. Okay, so what is the output of the following snippet of code? Okay, so this is the file. We have opened the file in reading mode. That means this is the file containing this these data, and we are just opening it in the this reading mode. Okay, and we are accessing all the file dot read lines. That means we are just in this data. We are just having these uh, lines one by one in this data, and we are closing the file. Okay, now the total is equals to zero. The count is equals to zero. Okay, for line in data from 1 to end. What does this do? So what it will do, we are just iterating over this data one by one, except the zeroth index line. That means we are going from 1 to end of the list. Okay, so that means we are just skipping this name sport performance, and we are just continuing iterating over one by one line, like John swimming 85.5, that Emma running 92.3, like that. We are iterating like that. Okay, so for line, we will get first John swimming 85.5, then Emma running 92.3, like that. Okay. So,
Sir,
mhm.
is name sport performance, is it also considered as zeroth index?
Yeah, it is considered as zero links, because in the read lines, this by this file dot read lines, we will what we are doing, we are creating a list, data as a list, and adding the lines as a list elements. Okay, so this data list will contain this, then comma this, then comma this, then comma this. So it will be this data will be like a list. Okay, so since it's like a list, so we will just skip the index 0, because we are just using the index starting from 1. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In line, we will get John swimming 85, like that. Okay. So parts is equals to line dot strip dot split comma. Okay. See what we are doing here. We are just first stripping the line. Okay. So since in line, what we get this string. Okay. We get this string. So what this strip will do? It will remove any backslash n or any spaces before and after the string. Okay, so it will remove any spaces or backslash n after or before the main string. Okay, so this strip will give us John comma swimming comma 85.5 and nothing else. Okay, and then we are splitting this string with the comma. Okay, so this parts will be a list having John as an element, comma swimming as an element, comma 85.5 as an element. Okay, so let me make a text here. Let
Sir,
me
but it already has separated with comma, right? But why we are doing it again?
okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Okay, so see, this is a line uh, that is string John, comma swimming, comma 85.5. Okay, then we are having parts. Okay, so parts is like list of elements. Just list it down here. That is John, comma swimming.
Sir, how do we know that it's a list of elements?
Okay,
Like if we use split.
uh,
Okay, okay.
wait. I will tell you. Okay. Okay. See. Uh, See, this read line will make the list data as a list. Okay. Then we are accessing one element from list. Okay. So this from the data list, data was a list having these as an element. So this element, comma, another element, comma, another element, like that. Lines. It was considering lines. Okay. Then we are iterating over the list of data one by one from first index. Okay. So from this consider this as a list, so we are doing like John swimming 85. Okay. So what will be line look like? Line will look like this. That is a string having John, comma, swimming, comma, 85.5 as a whole as a string. Okay. Then what we are doing, since we cannot see backslash n here, but actually it's a backslash n here. I haven't written because what we are using here to turn into next line, because there will be backslash n. So to validate that there is no backslash n, we are just stripping it. Okay, so assume there is backslash n or not, it won't cause any error. Okay, so we are stripping it, removing extra spaces of backslash n. So after strip, this what will this split do? Okay, so this split will split the string from commas and make the list. Okay, so as you can see, John, swimming, comma 85.5. So parts will look like this list, having John as an element, then swimming as an element, then 85.5 as an element, not whole as a string. Okay, you got my point. These are the list having these elements: John, swimming, 85.5. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, by this split, the variable we are providing to it, it will obviously be a list. Okay, so this is a working of a Python. When we split, so it will return a list of elements after splitting it. Okay, so now we will check if length of parts greater than equal to 3. If length of parts equal to 3, yes, it is equal to 3. So what it will do? It will run this if block and performance is equals to float of parts of 2. Okay, since see here, since while splitting, we have just split from the string. So the data type of every element in the list will be string only. So first we for accessing this integer, we have to first convert into string or float. Okay, since this 85.5 should be a float, so we will just convert this to float first. Okay, so this in performance variable, we are just storing 85.5 as a float, not as a string. Okay, it is a data types. Okay, so if performance is greater than 85, yes, performance is greater than 85. So total plus equal to performance. That means total will add 85.5 and count will increase to 1. Okay, so we just do for rest of the line. 92.3 is also greater than this 85. So we will add 92.3 to 85.5 and count will be 2. 78 is smaller, so this is if we want work, okay, 88.9 will run. Okay, so this total will add 85, 92, and 88, and count will be 3. This 81 won't run. Okay, then what this result is telling us? Result is telling to total divide by count. If count greater than 0, else 0. Okay, if for example, there are some values that are greater than 85. Okay, that's why the total and performance and counts are added there. Uh, Take example, assume that there is no value greater than 85. So this count and total will be 0. And if we divide 0 by 0, it will cause error. That's why it's checking that if count is greater than 0, then only divide total by count, else just give it to 0. Okay. So since our value having count 3 and total is like 85 plus 92 plus 88. Okay. So it will just give the average and it will print the int result. Okay, print int result means that means the value we were having was in float, but we want to remove the decimal from it. That's why we are using int. That's why the answer is 88. Okay, means 85.5 plus 92.3 plus 88.9 divided by 3. That gives us the average 88. Okay,
Sir, in this question, we will go line by line, right? So can't we go all together, like
all together like
all lines executing once at a time?
no, all lines can't be executed once because we have to see the understanding of the code. What I'm just explaining you line by line how the code will actually run line by line. Okay, so it will first run this line, then it will convert it into the list, then it will check if the list has the elements 3 or not. Then it will take the performance variable, the actual value, and convert it into float. Then it will check if their performance is greater than 85. If it is greater than 85, then it will increment the total and increment the count. Then it will again go to line, and the line will be MR running 92.3. Then it will again make a part, and the values will be like MR running at 92.3. Then it will take the value as a float. Then it will check to it. If it is so, then it will increment the values like that. So I was just explaining line by line because how the code will run. Uh, while you were doing an exam only, then also you just try this only, that going line by line, that is a perfect method, so you can't have any error if you go line by line. Okay, if you go
If
line
you
by
go line by
sorry.
sorry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so anyone having doubt, or should I move to next question? Okay.
Sir, I have a small doubt.
Go on.
in the if condition, length of parts is greater than or equal to 3, we have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as per the list, 85.5 is also uh, a part. So
Sorry,
how
I
can
didn't
we
get.
calculate the length, sir?
Sorry.
Here the part, we have assigned the parts like this, no sir. 85.5 is also a part previously.
Okay,
So
okay. So
how can
okay.
be the if condition? How can the if condition be checked here?
See. First of all, the part was like this. Okay. Then we are again referring the part to a new list that is created from MR running. Okay. For example, first this was the first line. Okay. So part will refer to this. Okay. Then after this whole iteration is done, when the line has a new line type, then again part will be equal to another line strip or split, that is MR running 92.3. Okay, so part will it is like that referring only this that I explained you before. So it will first the memory will create a list having values like uh, Emma, then another value that is like I just do uh, running, then value 92.3. Okay, so it will this will create this list. Okay, then it will tell parts to refer this list. Okay, first part was referring this list like you was explain you like there is a steep heap memory in a normal location. Okay, so this part was first referring to this list. Okay, after I do this so this part won't refer to this list anymore. It will refer this list, the parts will refer this list. Okay, so since it also has three elements, MR running 92.3, so this statement is true. Okay.
Uh, Here the integer part I have the doubts. Here it is 85.5, so the length is more than 3. It is okay. If it is 1 or 2, just a 1 or 2 number is there, then how can it be? It will be false, no sir. That is my doubt. If in the place of 85,
Your voice broke. In the place of 85, what? Hello, hello.
yes sir, in the place of 85.5, if we have only one.
Okay, you are telling me in the place of 85.5, we are having one like that.
Excuse me, sir. I think she is confused with the length of parts
Yeah.
element.
I'm getting it. Okay. See here, length of parts. So length of part is this list that is having John element, swimming element, and this element one. Okay. So it is checking the length of parts. That means this tell me the length of all the elements. How many elements are there in parts? If there are elements at three or greater than three, then only run this if block. Okay. So it doesn't require this 185, 92.3, nothing like that. This if will be false if there is only two elements or one element in the given list. Okay, like for example there is no one in this. Okay, then this will cause error. Okay, so there is no issue if there is 1 0 here or okay. So these are the elements. If this list currently has three elements, so this if statement is for checking only are the elements three or greater than three, then only it will be requiring this index. Okay, for example we don't use this if line and we just do directly like this. Okay, and one of the line don't have the third value, second index, it is like zeroth index and first index only. So this will cause error because parts if there will be no second index, so it will cause error like the index out of bound range. Okay, so then it will cause error. Okay, so it is for checking if the parts the given line have three kind of element, at least three kinds of element. Like first is name, second is sports, and third is performance. So if we do one here, so it won't cause any error. It will just not add in the performance because performance is threshold is 85. So it is less than the threshold. That's why this won't be added to the total and count, but it will be run in the it is if statement. Okay, is your doubt clear or should I explain?
Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you.
Sir, if we don't have float values, then it will convert in float.
If you have don't have float value, then
Then this will convert in float.
yeah, since we are converting this string to float, okay. So here, if we don't have float value, then it will be like 85.0.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Let's move on to the next question. Which of the following snippets correctly create a list of cubes of odd numbers from 1 to 11, both inclusive, that is 1, comma 27, comma 125, comma 343, and like that. Okay. Odd. Which of the following snippet codes correctly create a list of cubes? Okay, okay. So see, we have to just see all the types of, and we have to see which is correct. Okay, that will create a list of cubes from odd numbers from 1 to 11. That is cube of 1 is 1, cube of then 2, no odd numbers. Okay, cube of 3 then, so 3 is 27. Then cube of 5. Then cube of 7 like that. Okay, that is 125, 343, 729, 1131. Okay, so first, let's see this line. Okay, so in this cube, we are telling to cube the element. That is, these two multiplies are exponential power. Okay, this means that x to the power 3. Okay, so x to the power 3 for x in range 11. That is correct. If okay, so it is saying to the range 11. Okay, that means we have to include both 1 and 11. That is saying inclusive, but this will not include 11. It will be like 0 to 10. Okay, so this will not include 11. So first of all, this is wrong. Okay, this code is correct, like not equal to 0. This is correct, but this is wrong. Okay, that's why this option is wrong. Let's come to this question. X raised to the power 3 for x in range from 1 to 12. That means 1 to 12 minus 1, 11. Okay, this is correct. And skip one elements. Okay, go to another. So it will be like 1, then it will skip 2, then it will skip 2, and it will go to 3, then skip 4, then go to 5, then skip 6, then go to 7, like that. Okay, so this is correct because it is skipping the even numbers, so it won't check for even numbers, it is just skipping it. Okay, so that's why it is correct. Okay, now we can check for this for exchange for range. So also this range is wrong. So, also this is also wrong. So that's why this whole question is wrong. If statement is also wrong, and this range is also wrong because we have to do till 11. So for that we have to write 12. Okay, for this we have write from 3 to 12, but we have to include 1 also. That's why it is wrong. Okay, we have to, if there would be 1 here, then it would be a correct statement. Okay, that's why it's a wrong. Okay, then in this cube, we are going from till 13. Okay, no issue because it will run from 1 to 12, and this statement will skip 12 because 12 is a even number. That's why this is correct. Okay, because x modulo 2 not equal to 0. That means this number will only be cube and added to the list when the number is odd. That is when we divide it by 2 and the remainder is not equal to 0. Okay, that's why this statement is correct and other statements are wrong. Okay, anyone have any doubt in this?
No, sir.
Okay, great. Let's move on to next. Which of the following statements about the tuple operations are true? Select all that apply. Okay, so we have a function defined tuple explorer. Then my tuple has a tuple 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And then we have a result list. Okay, result dot append. We are just appending result my tuple zeroth element, zeroth index of my tuple. Then we are adding 20 in my tuple. So it will check is there 20 in my tuple or not, and it will append true or false accordingly in the result. Okay. Then extended tuple is equals to my tuple plus 60 comma 70. Okay. Then result dot append len of extended tuple return result. Okay. Output is equals to tuple explorer. That means we are using this output as a tuple explorer and we are just printing it. Okay, so now you guys tell me what is this question going in and what will the answer here? Okay, so answer is there, so we can't do nothing. Okay, so let's see there. The length of result list is 3. Okay, see result dot append. So we have first append in result the first element, that is 10. Then in result we are checking is 20 in my tuple. So it will check 20 true, it will result true. Then we are adding the length of this extended tuple in this list. Okay, so this list will contain three elements. The first is 10, second is true, and then third is the this length. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 plus 5. So it will like 7. So result will have 10, comma true, comma 7. So when we the length of result will be list will be 3. The value at index 0 the result will list will be 10. The output will contain the boolean value true. The last value in the output will be 10 false because here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 plus these two. So the length of this will be 7. That's why the last value of the output should be 7. Okay, you got it? Do you have any doubt here? Hello. Is this clear?
Sir, sir, once can I
Yes,
explain
sir, yes,
option?
sir.
Speak one by one.
Explain the option, sir.
Explain the options again. Okay. Let me make one list then.
Sir, please explain the last options of us.
Yeah, yeah. I will
Extended tuple only.
Okay, okay. See, this is the result list. Okay. First element 10, second element true, and third element the length of extended tuple that is 7. Okay. This is correct because the list has three elements. Okay. Length of what is saying the length of result is 3. Value at index 0 is 10. Okay. The output will contain the boolean value true. Yes, output will contain the boolean value true. The last value in the output will be 10. That means the last value in output, that is this last value. Sorry, it's not 10. That's okay. Uh, so the last value will not be 10 because the last value is 7 because it is what is the last value? Length of extended tuple. What is extended tuple? My tuple plus 60, 70. What is the my tuple? 10, 20, 30, 40. At 60, if we add 60, 70, so there will be only 7 elements. That's why the last value is 7 elements and the last value in the output will be 10. So it's false. Okay. Is it true? Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Consider the following snippet of code that is process string that takes a text, then result is a list. Then for char in text, if char dot is alpha, that means if the character given in the text is alpha, that means this is for checking alphabets. If the given character is an alphabet, then result dot append char dot upper. That means if it is a character, if it is an alphabet, then we have to append it in the result in uppercase. Okay, if it is uppercase, then it will remain in uppercase. If it is in lowercase, it will be in uppercase. And after this if, it will just iterate for this if only, and we will return this result dot join, and we will just what we are doing, modified text equals to process string original text. Okay, so given the original text. Given original text is predefined string, which of the following statements are true? Modified text contains only alphabet characters. It is true because we are when we are iterating in this text, for each character we are checking it is alphabet or not. If it is alphabet, then we are adding it in result in upper case. Okay. So length of modified text is less than or equal to the length of original text. This is also correct. For example, this text contains all the alphabets. Okay, so it will be equal to. Also, if one of the character is not alphabet, then it will be less than. So it will be like less than or equal to the length of original text. Okay, so that's why this is also correct. All characters in modified text are in uppercase. Yes, because whenever we are appending the character to the result, we are just adding it in uppercase. Okay, because we are using this character dot upper function in this result. Okay, non-alphabet characters are removed from original text. No, this is wrong. See here. in original text, we are not removing the non-alphabet characters. We are just adding alphabetic characters in result. Okay, so this is like we are not modifying this. We are not just changing the text inside text. We are just adding the alphabetic characters in result list. We are not changing. We are not modifying it. We are not removing it from original text. Okay, so this when we print this text, it will remain the text as it is. Okay, if it won't change. When we print this result, then only it will give us the this alphabetical uppercase string. Okay, so that's why this is wrong, because we are not removing it from original text. We are creating another list, then we are joining that list to a string. Okay, anyone have any doubt in this? Okay, let's move on. Uh, Consider the Python code below and answer the two given sub-questions. Define unknown algorithm, that is ARR comma target. Scene is equals to set, that is scene variable is a set type for number in ARR. Diff is equals to target, difference is equals to target minus number. If diff in scene, return diff comma num scene dot add num. Okay, and if nothing works here, we have to return none. Okay, so can anyone tell me what this question is doing? Just a basic question, because it has some questions. No one? Okay, let me continue then. Yeah, go on.
Can you please show us the screen?
Yeah, for sure.
The question.
Go on.
Um, yes, so it's returning the set.
Yeah, it is returning.
The scene set.
No, it is not returning scene. It is returning none or diff comma num as a tuple. It is not returning any scene there. I can't see. Okay, don't worry. Let me explain it. Okay. So, what is the question? What will return when invoking unknown algorithm with the arguments this? That is 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 5, 4, comma 5, comma 9. Okay, so let me write it first. That are ARR is equals to what is ARR? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it is a list having elements 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, 5. Okay, and we have a target that is 9. Okay, target is equals to 9. Okay, we have a array this target 9. Okay, now we have to make a scene. Okay, so let me make a scene set. Okay, scene is equals to this. Okay, so this is the empty set. Okay, whenever the element will be there, we will just add the element in scene. Okay, so one by one, number will have the element of ARR. So first the number will be 1. Okay, so what will the diff? Diff will be target minus num. That is 9 minus 1. Okay, what is 9 minus 1? That is 8. Okay, target minus, okay, 9 minus 1, that is 8. So we will add if diff in scene. Since diff is not in scene, we will add it, add the number. We are just adding the number. Okay, scene dot add num. So the number was 1. Okay, so we will add 1. Okay, now the number is 2. Okay, so now we will minus 2 minus 9. Okay, so what will 2 minus 9? That is 7. So if diff in scene, so is 7 in scene? No, 7 is not a scene. So we will add the number into scene. Okay, so we will add like number, what is the number? 2. Okay, now 3 minus 9, or that is 6. So 6 is not in 0. We will add 3. Then 4 minus 9, that is 5. Okay, so uh, okay. So 4 minus 5, that is 9 minus 4, that is 5. So 5 is not in there. So we will add the number 4. Okay, now you see. Okay, let me add a comma here, comma 4. Okay, now you see when we do 9 minus 5, 9 minus 5 is 4. Okay, if is if 4 in C, that means if there is it will check that 4 is there in C or not. since 4 is there in C, so it will return diff comma none. That means what was the diff? Diff was 4 and comma number was 5. So it will return 5, 4 comma 5. Okay. If the this statement won't also not like for example if there is a for example 5 we can say 10, no 10 will also not work. For example if we have 0, okay, if for example if we have 0 here, then it will return none. Okay. So for example, okay, since there is 9, so it will return this one. It will return what it will return diff comma num, that is 4 comma 5. Okay, so 4 comma 5. Okay, next question. For which of the following sets of arguments will this function unknown algorithm return none? Okay, so we have to see it will return none. So we will just again minus this and make a set. So what is 4 minus 1? 3. What is 3 minus 1? That is 1. 5 minus 1, so it won't return 1 because once is repeating twice. 1 minus 4, it is repeating 3, then 3 minus 4, that is 1, and also 5 minus 4, then also 1. Okay, so it's repeating it. Okay, for 7 also it will also repeat. That's why it's wrong. Okay, now we will just check 2 minus 16, 14, 4 minus 16, 12, 6 minus 16, 10, 8 minus 16, 8. No, none element was returned. No element was returned. That's why if there is no element returned, so it will return none here because all the for loop will be ended and after that return will be hit. Okay, so it won't it will return none, it won't return any of the tuple. Okay, here 5 minus 1, that is 4, then 2 minus 1, that is 3, then 5 minus 2 minus 3, then 5 minus 3 minus 5, that is 2. Okay, now here 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 7. Okay, so 7 will return this 3 and 4. So it will cause it will return something for 3 or 4. Okay, so it will create in scene. Okay, so only this will return none. Next, consider the following snippet of code answers the three sub questions. Okay, so this is the last question, I guess. Def do something, total questions, comma, question answered. Okay, so if okay, so this is a function, and inside this function we have another function. Okay, so this is the function find this count. If count double equal to 0, return 0. If this is not, then return 1 plus find this count minus 1. Okay, so this means this is recursion. Okay, so what in recursion we are just adding the element one by one and again giving it to this find this count. Okay, so this is the function definition. In this function what we are doing here, question completed is equal to length of question answered, question left is equal to find this total question minus question completed. Okay, so here we are using this find this function. Okay, if question left double equal to 0, print all questions are answered and return true. Else print question remaining and just print the question left, that is this integer. Okay, and return false. Okay, so it is saying what will be the first line of output when the function do something, and this is that arguments passed is invoked. Okay, so in this do something, the total question is 10 and the question answered are 5. Okay, so the question completed is equal to length of question answered. So length of question answered is 5. Okay. Now questions left is equal to find this total questions minus total minus question completed. That is 5. So this what will this find this will do? It the count value will be 5 here because 10 minus 5 is 5. Okay. If count double equal to 0, no, it's not. So it will return 1 plus find this. That means it will return 1 plus and it will again run this find this, then it will again return 1 plus for 2 like this. It will return till 5 times. Okay, it will return till 5 times and return 0. Okay, so it will like 4 or 5. Okay, then it is like if questions left double equal to 0. No, questions left is not 0 because question left is 5. Okay, and 5 or 4, we have to just iterate one by one and then find the answer is 5 or 4. Okay, I guess the answer will be 1 or 5. It will be like 5 only, or we can say 4 also because no, because we have to just if the question left is not 0, so question remaining will be 5 only. Okay, so it will return 5 only. it won't return 3 because find this will iterate one by one for like a 1 plus 1 plus 1 like that. Okay, for each count, the count is 5. Okay, so that's why the question remaining will be 5. That will be the first line. Okay, and it won't return false because it is saying for first line only. Okay, what for which set of arguments for the function do something will return true. Okay, so for which it will return true, there is a return when questions left is equals to 0. That means the questions completed and question left, if we minus them, there will be 0. Okay, so 5. See, here 5 and the length of this is also 5. That's why it will return true. Okay, here 10 and we have just number of tens 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10. That's why it will also return true. Here is 10, but here elements are only 9, so that's why there will be one question left. Okay, so it will return false. Also 8, so there are also 7 elements, so there will be one question left there. Okay, that's why these both will return true and these both will return false. And number of questions remaining, that is 1 and 1 for both of the questions. Okay, for which set of arguments will do something return false. See, the elements, the questions were 10 and the question answered were 5 only. That's why it will return false because 5 questions were left. In this 5, so there are 5 questions and 5 number of questions completed. That's why it will return true. So it is wrong because we are asking for false. Here 6 because there are 6 elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that's why 6 minus 5, that is 1. So one question will be left. That's why it will return false. There are 4 elements here in the list and the 4. So 4 minus 4 is 0. That's why there will be no question left. That's why this will give false and these will, sorry, that way this will give true and these are giving false. Okay. So I think the question is done. Anyone having doubt in this question, whole sub question or something like that?
Sir, question number 18.
18, where is 18? Okay,
In
before
the correct
this one,
option, there is 8. No, 16 minus 8 is 8. It it is there in the difference, right?
which question you are saying for?
Question number 18, the correct option is there, no, 2468, comma
Y-
16.
Yeah.
The last option 8, 8 is there, no, 16 minus 8 is 8. It is there in the list, no, sir. How can it be?
No, 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 no. See. You are getting confused. See, here it is checking from the scene set, not from this list, from those ARR. Okay. So, what it will do, it will like 2 minus 16. That is, let me make a list here only. Okay. Uh, it will be like ARR is equals to 2, comma 4, comma 6, comma 8. Okay, and a scene was a set. So this set was containing, so it was containing the difference of each of these and checking in this. Okay, so is 2 minus 16, 2 minus 16 is 14. So is 14 in this set? No. So we will show this number 2. Okay, now we will see 4 minus 16, that is 4 minus 16 is 12. Okay, so 12 is not in scene, so we will add 4 there. Okay, so this 6 minus 16, that is will give 10, so we will add 6 there. Okay, 8 minus 16, that is 8, so 8 is not present there, that's why it will add 8 there. Okay, so it will add 8 there. Okay, then since nothing is returned, so this will return none. Okay, we are just checking from the scene set, not from this ARR. Okay, that's why this will give none. Okay,
Okay, sir.
okay, great. Okay, so anyone have another now? You want PDF? Okay, let me give PDF to you. Uh, I have in this where I have this. I have a link of this PDF. Wait, uh, let me give the link to you.
Sir, it's not there any platform where I can get all the PDF of your
You
session.
can just use AS Grid or like that. I have just this link of some group. I don't know which group it is. It's having all the end terms, all the question papers of each subject of each diploma and quiz 1, quiz 2. So I was having this PDF, so I just used this PDF, you can just go to it and you can just find those. I have just used AceGrid also. Huh? Don't If you don't want this, you can just go to AceGrid and find every PDF of every term of every subject. Okay.
Sorry, sir, I did not.
Sorry,
I did not get it. What did you say?
AceGrid, AceGrid. I just AceGrid is a website. You can just use that.
Thank you.
See, this is the website AceGrid. I can just pin it. I just pin this. Okay. Okay. So any other doubt? Okay, so I guess it's time to leave, guys. So that's all from my side. If you have any doubt here, you can just you can just message in the groups in G Space and everything. It's okay. So that's all from my side. Bye bye, guys. Have a best of luck for exams.
Thank you.
Yeah, recording will be provided in the YouTube. Okay, 1 or 2 days after this, you will get it from YouTube. Okay. So Nilgiri House YouTube channel is there. You can just get it from there. Okay. Okay, guys. Best of luck, guys.
Thank you.